Have you ever felt like time has forgotten you? Like the years touch everyone around you but somehow skip over you, leaving behind a glow in your eyes, a softness in your smile, a presence people can't explain? They say you look younger than your age, that you feel calm, familiar, magnetic. But you know the truth. It's not just your appearance. It's something deeper, something ancient, something written in the stars. If you're a Cancer, or if the energy of Cancer lives anywhere in your birth chart, then this moment is not an accident. The universe has been whispering your name through dreams, through the ocean's rhythm, through that quiet knowing in your chest that something is about to shift. There's something the world doesn't often tell you. Cancer wasn't just born to love. Cancer was born to lead, to guide others toward safety, to see what others miss, to attract abundance, not by force, but by frequency. But let me ask you, why do you keep seeing glimpses of opportunity, only to watch them disappear just as fast? Why does your heart know when something is wrong, long before anyone else? Why does the dream of a better, richer, softer life keep circling back to you, but always just out of reach? That's not just emotion. That's not bad luck. That is your soul calling you back to something you left behind. A power you forgot you had. A destiny that's been waiting for you to remember. Because Cancer, your energy is different. And in the language of the stars, you are part of the lucky zodiac signs. Not everyone is given this vibration, this ability to feel beyond logic, to manifest through emotion, to magnetize miracles while staying soft. And right now, something sacred is aligning in your favor. But you have to stay with me. Don't click away. Because what I'm about to reveal might change how you see everything, especially yourself. So take a moment. Close your eyes if you need to. Turn down the volume of the world. Make yourself a warm cup of tea or your favorite coffee and let it comfort your hands like an old friend. Then come back here. Sit with me. Just you and me. Because what you're about to hear might just be the message your soul has been waiting for. And if something in you is already stirring, if you feel that flutter in your chest, go ahead and leave a comment below right now. I am Cancer, and I am ready to claim my destiny. This isn't just a video, it's a doorway. And you've just stepped through it. They say the moon changes everything and yet remains unchanged herself. She pulls at oceans, stirs the tides within our blood, and speaks in whispers that only a few can truly hear. Cancer, you are one of the few. You are the only sign ruled by the moon herself. That means every phase, every shift in her glow speaks directly to your soul. And this connection is not poetic metaphor, it's real. It's energetic. It's ancient. Unlike other zodiac signs ruled by bold planets like Mars or Saturn, your energy is governed by the one celestial body that isn't solid but luminous. You're not meant to be hard or unshakable. You were never meant to push through or hustle harder. You were born with something far more powerful, the wisdom of softness, the strength of stillness, the magnetism of emotion. The moon gave you a kind of sight that isn't with the eyes, it's with the heart. That's why your intuition borders on psychic. You don't just sense the surface, you absorb the energy behind the words, the emotion behind the action. You know what's unsaid. This isn't imagination. It's your superpower. Because of the moon's influence, you are deeply sensitive to energies most people ignore. You pick up on changes before they happen. You can walk into a room and feel if something is off, long before anyone says a word. That's not just empathy. That's foresight. And in astrology, that places you among the lucky zodiac signs, those given cosmic gifts that others can't always understand, but secretly envy. Let's talk about something else people always notice about you, even if they never say it out loud. Your ageless glow. Cancer. The energy of the moon works like a fountain of emotional youth. Not because your skin never wrinkles, but because your spirit never hardens. You are ruled by cycles, renewal, ebb and flow, shedding and returning. This gives you the rare gift of emotional regeneration. You feel deeply, yes, but you also heal deeply. You don't age the way others do because you don't calcify. You don't close up. You remain open, feeling, sensing, and that keeps you soft, alive, magnetic. And this softness, it's not a weakness. It's a weapon. In a world that glorifies hardness, your gentleness is revolutionary. People trust you without knowing why. They feel safe in your presence, drawn to you. And here's the secret most people miss. Safety attracts abundance. The more people feel seen and emotionally held by you, the more doors quietly open. Offers come. Referrals flow in. Gifts arrive. Opportunities coincidentally fall into your lap. This is why you don't need to chase wealth the way others do. It comes to you through relationships, through bonds, through wordless trust. You are the emotional anchor others didn't know they needed until they found you. This is how the moon helps you attract wealth, not with force, but with frequency. And unlike fast money that disappears, yours comes slowly, deeply, and stays. The moon also teaches you how to work with cycles. There are moments when your energy is meant to bloom, and moments when it's meant to rest. When you honor these inner tides, instead of forcing yourself to be productive, you unlock a more natural rhythm of success. This is why some Cancer placements rise later in life, but rise higher, longer, and with more purpose. So, if you've ever felt behind, or like your time hasn't come yet, know this: your success is lunar, not linear. It's building beneath the surface like the moon waxing in silence until one day it bursts into full light and everyone sees what you've been quietly growing all along. Remember, your power lies in your ability to feel deeply without drowning, to care without controlling, to lead without needing credit. You are a Cancer. And that means you are part of the emotional elite, the intuitive architects of the future. And yes, one of the lucky zodiac signs, destined not just for emotional fulfillment, but material abundance too. Now take a breath. You're only just beginning to remember who you truly are. Sometimes, the universe doesn't speak in words. It speaks in symbols, in dreams, in patterns so quiet, so gentle, that most people miss them completely. But you're different. You feel things before they happen. You notice what others ignore. And if you've been sensing something lately, something strange, almost magical, you're not imagining it. You're tuning in. Cancer, the energy around you has started to shift. And when wealth is on its way, true soul-aligned abundance, the universe begins to send little signs, quiet confirmations, hidden clues that your energy field is expanding, and something you've long waited for is approaching. Have you been dreaming of water lately? Maybe you've seen the ocean in your dreams, or rainstorms, floods, even tidal waves. This is not random. Water in dreams is a message from the moon, your ruling planet, letting you know that emotional clarity is near. And when water moves freely in the subconscious, abundance flows freely in the physical. Dreams of water are often one of the first signals that your energetic field is clearing to receive more. More wealth, more connection, more peace. Especially if the water is deep, powerful, or full of motion, it's a sign that the tides are turning in your favor. Another powerful sign? You've been encountering people or emotions you thought were long gone. A friend you haven't spoken to in years suddenly messages you. An old love reappears in your thoughts. A memory surfaces from nowhere and lingers for days. Don't dismiss this. These revisits are not accidents, they are energetic echoes, showing you what still wants to be healed, released, or forgiven before the abundance can fully arrive. The universe never sends more to a soul still holding on to lack. So when the past returns, it's not to punish you, it's to prepare you. Then, there are the numbers. Have you been seeing 2, 7, 11, or the mysterious 27? These are gateway numbers, codes from the universe, letting you know that a portal is opening. 2 is the number of divine partnership. Your relationship with money is being rewritten. 7 is the number of spiritual reward, a reminder that your inner work is about to pay off. 11 is the master number of manifestation. Your thoughts are turning into reality faster than ever before. And 27? That's a sacred Cancer number. The moon completes its cycle every 27 days. This number is a cosmic confirmation that your ruling energy is aligning. When you see it, pause. Breathe. Say silently, I am ready to receive. Because if these signs are showing up for you, the doorway is open. You're not waiting anymore. You're arriving. And the moment you begin to recognize the symbols around you, dreams, people, numbers, you also begin to co-create with the universe. This is when things accelerate. Opportunities emerge out of nowhere. An email, a message, a conversation with a stranger, a new client, a sudden idea that just feels right. This isn't luck. This is alignment. And Cancer, you are among the lucky zodiac signs who are naturally sensitive enough to catch these waves before they crash in. So if lately you felt goosebumps for no reason, or had chills during a simple conversation, or noticed yourself tearing up at something small, it's because your soul already knows. Wealth isn't coming, it's close. Close enough to touch. And your body can feel it even before your mind understands. Now say this quietly to yourself, or better yet, write it down. If I'm seeing these signs, it means the universe has opened the door that leads to my destiny. Because it has. So take a moment now. Put your hand over your heart. Breathe in the truth of this. You are not being left behind. You are being called forward, called into a life that feels softer, freer, and more abundant than you've ever allowed yourself to imagine. You don't have to chase anymore. You just have to follow the signs. There are moments in time that don't just pass through the calendar, they echo across lifetimes. And for you, Cancer, one of those rare moments is fast approaching. Mark this down. The 11th of November, 2025. The stars are aligning to create something that hasn't happened for over a century and may not happen again in your lifetime. On this day, the heavens form what astrologers call the spiritual triangle, a sacred alignment between the moon, your ruling planet, Jupiter, the planet of blessings and expansion, and the north node of destiny. This rare geometric formation touches the deepest parts of your birth chart, activating something ancient in your soul, a calling, a memory, a mission. Let's break this down. The moon, your cosmic mother, will be in perfect harmony with Jupiter, the generous protector together. They open a gateway to soul-aligned abundance. This isn't just about money. This is about wealth that feels meant for you, as if the universe has been saving something with your name on it, waiting for you to grow enough to receive it. The North Node, which represents your karmic direction, the path your soul is destined to walk, completes the triangle, pointing directly into your sector of emotional roots, intuition, and family legacy. This is not random. This is a cosmic inheritance. And as if that weren't enough, Pluto, the planet of hidden power, transformation, and legacy, is forming a trine to your chart. In astrology, a trine is like a divine blessing, easy, effortless, and destined. Pluto's influence here suggests the unlocking of underground wealth, ancestral gifts, or even mysterious financial blessings connected to something or someone long gone. This could be an inheritance, a property, a family secret that turns into gold, a gift from someone who's passed, arriving exactly when you need it. You might not see it coming because Pluto works in the shadows, but when it arrives, you'll feel it in your bones, like something has been set right, like your lineage is lifting you up. And then there's Venus, the planet of love, beauty, comfort, and yes, material blessings will be moving into your fourth house on this very same week. This is the house of home, roots, and emotional security. When Venus touches this space, she brings blessings through real estate, land, family, and sacred spaces. Maybe you find the home of your dreams. Maybe you finally feel peace in your current one. Maybe a family relationship heals in a way that frees up emotional energy, or even unlocks financial support you weren't expecting. Sometimes, the universe rewards us not with flashy wins, but with foundations so strong, we build lifetimes on them. And all of this, the triangle, the trines, the Venus placement, it doesn't just happen. It chooses. And this time, it chooses Cancer. Why? Because you've done the inner work. You've felt everything you were meant to feel. You've carried others. You've waited, healed, and hoped quietly while the world rushed ahead. Now, the universe says, pause, look up, receive. And Cancer, you are not just receiving money, you are receiving permission. Permission to live softer, to feel safe, to own something real, to remember that your abundance doesn't have to be earned by struggle. It was written long ago, and now it's simply time. So if you've been sensing that something big is coming, if your dreams have been more vivid, if the number 11 keeps finding you, if you've felt drawn to your childhood home, your ancestors, or even just felt the urge to rest more than usual, then congratulations. You are in alignment. The stars don't lie. They don't rush. They don't shout. They whisper. And right now, they are whispering only to those who are still enough to listen. You were born under the moon's protection. You've always had the gift of hearing what others don't. And now, you're hearing the call of something sacred. Your destiny is arriving. There are doors in life that don't respond to effort, logic, or even hard work. They respond to energy. And for Cancer, a sign ruled by the moon, connected to tides, time, and intuition, the ritual of calling in abundance is not just possible, it's sacred. The days surrounding the 8th of November, 9th, 11th, and 15th in 2025 are not ordinary. They are energetic portals, especially for water signs, and even more so for you, dear Cancer. And within those dates, 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. becomes your moment of stillness. These hours are sacred mirrors, one marking the Earth's awakening, the other her descent into rest. Both open gateways for energy work. Here's what to do. In a quiet, uninterrupted space, light a white candle symbol of the moon, purity and clarity. If you have a moonstone or clear quartz, place it near the flame. Moonstone holds your essence, amplifies feminine intuition, and draws in nourishing wealth. Clear quartz will magnify whatever intention you set. Take a sheet of silver or light blue paper colors that harmonize with your lunar frequency. And with calm, deliberate breath, write down your financial wish. Be bold, but also emotionally true. Don't just ask for money. Ask for what money brings you: safety, stability, freedom, the ability to care for those you love. Write as if it's already unfolding. I am now supported by streams of income that feel aligned and easeful. I live in a space that nourishes me and feels completely mine. Abundance arrives in waves of grace, and I receive it with trust. When you finish writing, fold the paper 3 times toward your heart. Each fold is a declaration. I am calling this in. I am anchoring this now. I am ready. Then place your right hand over your heart. Close your eyes. Feel the rhythm, the same rhythm that follows the moon, and whisper, I am Cancer. I am a channel of divine prosperity. I give with love, and I receive with gratitude. Say it slowly. Say it like a truth you're finally remembering. The words are not just affirmations, they are activations. The more feeling you pour into them, the more real they become. Now breathe. Let the candle burn as long as you like. Let the energy settle. You've sent your signal to the universe. Now, the current begins to move. For those born on the 21st of June, the 27th of June, the 7th of July, the 11th of July, or the 22nd of July, this ritual holds even deeper power. These birth dates are lunar gateways. They carry amplified Cancerian energy. Rituals performed by souls born under these days often ripple into faster manifestations, especially when tied to home, land, legacy, or emotional wealth. But regardless of your birth date, if you carry the spirit of Cancer, the quiet depth, the emotional intelligence, the sacred softness, this ritual is yours. It doesn't just bring money, it brings alignment. It reminds the universe that you're not just wishing for wealth, you're ready to receive it. And not just for yourself, but to care for, nurture, and uplift others. That's what makes your prosperity magnetic. So don't rush. Don't doubt. Just begin. The moment you light the candle, the shift begins. You won't always see it right away, but you'll feel it in your dreams, in your chest, in the strange coincidences that suddenly surround you. Because when a Cancer soul aligns with lunar timing, the tides don't just rise. They carry miracles with them. Some stories aren't just stories. They're proof living, breathing proof that when a Cancer soul chooses to trust their intuition, the universe doesn't just respond, it conspires. Let me tell you about Maria, a 6-7-year-old grandmother from a small coastal town in Mexico. A true Cancer. For decades, she made traditional rice cakes, soft, sweet, and wrapped in banana leaves using her mother's recipe, passed down through generations. She sold them quietly at the local market. Nothing grand, just love, tradition, and dedication. One day, her teenage granddaughter filmed her while she was cooking the rhythm of her hands, the steam rising gently, the smile in her eyes, and uploaded it on TikTok, adding a soft background song and the words, "My grandma makes magic." That video didn't just go viral. It exploded. Within weeks, Maria received a licensing deal from an international food brand, wanting to turn her humble recipe into a global product. Today, her name is printed on every package, not because she chased fame, but because she lived with quiet purpose, cancer purpose. When you give with love, the universe finds a way to give back tenfold. Now meet David, a former accountant from South Africa, also born under the Cancer sign. After his parents passed, he kept the family's old countryside land untouched, dry, worthless, everyone said. But something in him told him to hold on. He didn't know why. He just felt it. 10 years later, the government announced a major urban expansion project. The once forgotten plot, now in the heart of a planned tech corridor, its value skyrocketed overnight. Offers came pouring in. Millions. Life-changing. Legacy-changing. David says, "I never planned this. I just couldn't let go. It was like my heart knew before my mind did." When a Cancer listens to that quiet inner pull, they find treasures others overlook. And then there's Lynn, born on the 7th of July, the peak of Cancer energy. Soft-spoken, always writing in her journal, always drawn to the moon. One night, during a full moon in late summer, she felt something, a knowing. She lit a candle, sat by her window, and did a 10-minute moon meditation she had found online. Nothing fancy, just breath, gratitude, and a wish for clarity. The next morning, she bought a lottery ticket, using the numbers she had dreamt the night before. 1 week later, she won. Not millions, but enough to pay off her parents' debt, start her own healing studio, and move into the cozy home she had always dreamed of. When asked what changed her luck, Lynn said, "Nothing changed. I just finally listened." And that is the secret of Cancer. You were not made to chase. You were made to sense, to feel, to trust the invisible currents, to let your emotions guide you toward timing that others miss, because Cancer doesn't move fast. Cancer moves when it's right. And when you do, the universe opens doors that were never visible to begin with. So if you're watching this, and you've ever been told you're too soft, too sensitive, or too emotional, let these stories remind you that softness is your gift. That sensitivity is your compass. That emotion is your magnet. When Cancer trusts their intuition, the universe unlocks the door that was made just for them. And maybe, just maybe, that door is about to open for you too. You don't have to do more. You don't have to rush, chase, or push. You simply have to feel the right moment and trust it. If lately, your emotions have been rising like tides, if you've found yourself on the edge of tears without knowing why, or lying awake at night feeling both overwhelmed and strangely called, this is not a coincidence. This is not weakness. This is not something to fix. It's the voice of your soul getting louder. It's your intuition, the gift of every Cancer soul, gently reminding you that change doesn't always roar. Sometimes it arrives in a whisper, in stillness, in the quiet knowing that you were made for more. You see, this video isn't just information. It's a conversation between your higher self and the universe. Everything you've heard today, the signs, the stories, the rituals, they are here to remind you that the future you want is not far away. It's already circling you. But you must say yes. You must believe in the unseen. You must soften enough to receive. So take a deep breath. Place your hand on your heart. And if any part of this message resonated with you, then now is your moment to anchor it in. Comment below. Tôi sẵn sàng nhận lấy sự giàu có của mình. Tôi là Cancer. These aren't just words. They're a signal, a declaration, a contract between you and the cosmos that you're ready to open the door if you felt seen, understood, or even a little more hopeful after watching this. Don't leave without pressing like on this video. That single act is more than digital, it's symbolic. It says to the universe, I'm paying attention, I'm showing up, I'm open to receive. And if you want to be the first to receive the next message, especially before the energy peak on the 11th of November, subscribe to this channel right now. Let this be your sanctuary for astrological insight, emotional healing, and practical magic. And for those of you who wish to support our work more deeply, consider using the Super Thanks feature below. It allows us to keep creating content that speaks to the soul and helps more people like you find clarity, comfort, and cosmic alignment. Don't stop here. There's more waiting for you. Look to your screen now, or the recommended section beside this video. Trust what you're drawn to next. It's likely exactly what you need. The universe speaks in nudges, not noise. Listen closely. You were not meant to force the tide. You were born of the moon to rise and fall with grace, to reflect light even in darkness, and to lead with feeling. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time. We'll meet again in the next phase of your transformation. Until then, walk gently, love deeply, and trust the timing of your soul.